Mayra Flores successfully flipped a House seat red for the first time in almost a decade in South Texas, and some analysts say this could be the start of a red wave this fall. You know, you come from a family of Democratic voters. I believe you yourself voted for President Obama back in 2008. And when you take a look at recent polling on President Biden's approval rating with Latino voters, this latest Quinnipiac poll shows that he is in dire straits here. Just 24% support among Hispanics. Is the Democratic Party leaving you, or are you leaving the Democratic Party?
The Democrat Party has abandoned the Hispanic community. They're focused on white liberals. They're not focused on the Hispanic community. They can care less, and they just are not representing our values. Again, we're all about faith and family and hard work, and that's not the Democrat Party.
Thank you, New York Times. They wrote an article, and the headline is so awesome. The rise of the far-right Latina. And what's more funny than anything is what makes her far-right. Representative Mayra Flores is one of the 3 Republican Latinas vying to transform South Texas politics by shunning moderates and often embracing the extreme. Let's go through the article. What's the extreme by Jennifer Medina? What are the extremes that we're talking about here? In regards to that J6 committee, Flores said, honestly, my district doesn't care about that. She said of the hearings, my district is struggling to pay their bills. That's what we're supposed to be focusing on. That's what makes you a far right winger nowadays. I'm focusing on what my district cares about. Wanting to be able to afford to live. How dare she prioritize the concerns of her constituents? She's a radical extremist. Mayra Flores is just representing your common citizen. It's not even just her district or her constituents. A lot of people feel what she's talking about. We just try to put food on the table. J6 ain't got nothing to do with me. Some dude came through, put his feet up on Nancy Pelosi's desk, and you think I'm supposed to care about that? They asked Joe Biden, how long do you think Americans should pay higher gas prices for what's going on over there in Russia and Ukraine?
How long is it fair to expect American drivers and drivers around the world?
Bruh, fix your face. Why does your face look like that?
How long is it fair to expect American drivers and drivers around the world to pay that premium for this war?
As long as it takes, so Russia cannot, in fact, defeat Ukraine and move beyond Ukraine.
People need to put food on their table. They don't care about that, sir. They would rather a message of America first. So if you go back to the article, they talked about how she supported Donald Trump. Donald Trump endorsed her. Maybe it's because this dude right here that you're going to listen to was our president less than 2 years ago. Which message resonates with you more?
In every foreign capital and in every hall of power, from this day forward, a new vision will govern our land. From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first.
You know what they really hate? Why they hate Strzok, Brandon Strzok, and they hate some certain other people? When you say, well, number one, when you fit into the category that they want to control, whether it's skin color, identity for sexual preference or identity, or Latina. They want her to be Latinx, Latinx. But she says she describes herself as a former Democrat who walked away from the party. They hate that. They really, really don't like that. She said she cast her first vote in a Republican primary for Mr. Trump in 2016. And ironically, Elon Musk said that was the first time he ever voted Republican, is to vote for her. What makes this rise of the far right so scary? Her campaign slogan, wait for this, God, family, country. They said in the article was meant to appeal to what she calls the traditional values of her majority Hispanic district in the border city of Brownsville. Whoa, what controversial takes. One of the tough parts for Democrats, how they ended this article, was this push for unliving fetuses. Historically, Hispanic voters are not for that. So as a candidate, She focused on radical ideas like religious liberty, school choice, and banning unliving fetuses. That issue is one I disagree with legislatively with her. But what message resonates more, hers or the Democrats? It's a no-brainer. We'll see how she does. We'll see what her voting record is. I'm not saying she's going to be the greatest or not, but this article is silly. They ended it right, though. They said the red wave is here. That's what we think is going to happen. So the Democrats say we need more representation in Congress. So then Mayra Flores rises on up, but they're like, not like that. Rep. Flores says, well, I just want to make sure that my people are okay economically. We're kind of worried about the recession or depression or what's going to happen here. And they're like, nah, you know what? Worrying about that and not J6 makes you far right. But this is a really good white pill moment. We're talking about freedom of speech. We're talking about separation of powers. We're talking about the Constitution, God, family, country. And these wackadoos are trying to make that the radical position. So common people look at it and then they start looking at them as the radicals. The white pill, the optimistic moment is no one is buying this garbage. Let me know what you think. Take care.